My lesson now will be on the transferring of darts. I will be using the medium foundation pattern or the sloper or the English called the block pattern. I will be tracing this. Since this is the medium figure, the neckline curve has been adjusted to the neckline curve for a medium figure. I will first mark the corner of the center front and the corner of the neckline, and I will mark the shape of the neckline, mark the corner of the neckline and the shoulder line, and also mark here the corner of the shoulder line and the armhole line. Okay? I might as well pin my block pattern or foundation pattern on this paper. Now I will mark the armhole curve. I will also mark the front chest level this way, and I will continue marking the armhole curve until the corner of the armhole curve and the corner of the side seam. I'll mark a bit of the side seam. I will mark the end of the upper dart line this way. I will mark the end of the lower dart line this way. This is the original tip of the bust point, and I will also mark this. Now I will continue marking the side seam line, and I will mark the corner of the side seam line and the waistline. On this side, I will continue marking the center front. I will mark the original waistline here. I'll mark the corner of the center front and the adjusted waistline, and continue marking the curve of the adjusted waistline. So now I will be removing this block pattern. I will be drawing a line on the center front markings, and here on the neckline curve, I will just shape the neckline curve this way. Here I will connect the ends of the shoulder line, and here I will shape the armhole curve by following the markings of the armhole curve. Here, I will mark the side seam line this way, and sorry, I forgot to get this, to mark this, the corner of the dart allowance here. Okay, so I will connect corner of the dart allowance to the side seam, and the corner of this dart allowance to the corner of the side seam. I'll just connect the side seam with the straight ruler first, but eventually we will also reshape this area. Here, I will connect the adjusted waistline by using my curve ruler, following the markings that I have traced of the block pattern. So here you can see that we can make adjustments here so that we're really following the markings of the waistline. From the corner of the waistline and the side seam, I will connect the original waistline with a straight line. From this original tip of the bust point, I will connect this to the end of the lower dart line, and I will also connect the end of the upper dart line to the tip of the bust point this way. So for the waist dart, from the original tip of the bust point, I will make a straight line using the original waistline as my basis for a straight line, and I will continue this line until the end of the adjusted waistline this way. So we will be cutting this to create a waist dart. I'll be cutting the excess pattern paper here and use it for the waist dart. I might as well cut the outline of the basic dress bodies. So I've finished cutting the center front. Now I'll be cutting the neckline curve. I'll be cutting the shoulder line. I'll be cutting the side seam. I'll be cutting the armhole curve. I can cut the adjusted waistline now, and I'll be cutting the remaining side seam plus the line of the dart allowance. Okay, now, since we are transferring this regular bust dart to the waist dart, I will have to cut this as I am using the slash and spread method for my transferring of dart. I'll be folding the lower regular bus dart line. I'm pressing the original bus point with my index finger to flatten this portion of the bus point, and I will raise the lower bus dart to align with the upper bus dart this way. Then I will pin the dart lines together. Now, for the waistline dart, I will insert this extra piece of paper and tape this together. Tape it on the front bodice pattern this way. This tip of the bus point, I will lower by 1 inch, and I get the center of the gap between the two lines, because it's not nice for the tip of the bus dart to be right on the tip of the bus point. So now I will connect this to the end of the dart line this way, and I will connect this point to the end of the bus dart this way. Now I will fold these dart lines together. Usually a vertical dart line, the fold will be facing here on the center front. So from the adjusted tip of the bus point, for a waist dart, I will fold this dart line and align it to the other dart line this way. Then I will be pinning these together. Now, I will be removing the excess paper here by just cutting it and following the shape of the adjusted waistline. I'll be closing this regular dart permanently so that I can remove the pin. And on this side, the shape is not smooth anymore on the side seam, so I will just reshape it this way. There. And then I will cut the pattern paper this way. Now we have transferred the regular bus dart to the waistline.